Hello and welcome to the Daily Meal for Monday the 26th of May 2025. In today's Millwall news, we're not going to mess about, we're going to jump straight into it. We've got some transfer news, some rumours, there's a picture there, doesn't seem to be related. This is from the 72.co.uk. Okay. Southampton and Millwall have expressed an interest in Orlando City defender Alex Freeman. The 72 has been told. Southampton and Millwall will be back in the same division in the 24-25. 25. That's a mistake. Let's try that again and correct their mistake. Southampton and Millwall will be back in the same division in the 25-26 campaign, with the Saints dropping down from the Premier League while the Lions came up just short in their push for the playoffs, so will remain in the Championship next season. Now under the management of Will Still, the Hampshire outfit will be eager to return to top flight at the first time of asking. For Alex Neil and his side, the goal will be to finally bridge the gap from the chasing pack to the top six spots. Now, as the summer window nears, remember it opens on the 1st of June, 5 days away. And then it will close again, but it does open on the 1st of June. The 72 has been told both Southampton and Millwall have eyes on Alex Freeman as a potential addition. Sources have exclusively revealed that both the Saints and the Lions, that's literally the third time they've said that, have expressed an interest in a 20-year-old right back who currently plays over in the MLS for Orlando City. That's in America. The United States of America. The youngster has made his way into the club's starting 11 in an impressive breakthrough campaign stateside. Freeman has played 17 times across all competitions as a wingback or fullback and has chipped in 3 goals and 2 assists along the way. He has played all 90 minutes in each of the last 14 MLS games for Orlando City. Freeman is under contract with Orlando until December 2026, and it is said it could take £2 million to get a deal done. Freeman has emerged as a new standout for Orlando City over in the MLS after a promising young career. He has represented the United States at both under 19 and under 23 level to date. And there he is there. Alex Freeman. And he has just been called... Hello. He has just been called up to the men's national team for the June training camp. Much like, Ivanovic, when we were about to sign him, he had just been called up to the Serbian team. Now could this be the same similar thing going on here? Not only have his performances prompted interest for Southampton and Millwall, but Freeman recently earned a first call-up to Mauricio Pochettino's US men's national team for their June training camp. That's interesting. So they're not playing any games, so we won't be able to see him. Among fellow MLS fullbacks, Freeman tops the charts for goals, expected goals and shots. His tally of 25 chances ranks him in the top 2% too, though he isn't one to shirk his defensive duties either. Freeman has won 88 duels, another statistic he sits on top of the charts of, and made 62 recoveries. Now, obviously, this is in the MLS. Right back options. It's just padded out with stuff. I'm not going to read all that. That's literally the last paragraph anyway, so it suggests we probably do need a right back. See, Ryan Leonard's pretty good, but I mean, we need, he's 32 going on to be 33? We need a new one. This is good, and I want to show you why in a minute. So this is from the 72.co.uk, right? So we're going to move on to this. This is from fbref.com. Okay. So he's going to be 21 in August the 9th, nevertheless. We know how much he's being paid because for some bizarre reason in America they publish everyone's salary, which is kind of weird, but hey ho. He's being paid £1,290 a week in wages. So far this season, the MLS, it runs from the end of February to October. That's just the normal season. Then they have, so they're in the middle of the season. He's played 15 games, 1,295 minutes, 3 goals, 1 assist, XG personally himself of 2.4. So he's overperformed his XG. XG assists 3.0. Shot creating actions 45, goal creating actions 1. Now, look over to the right hand side. So this website, fbref.com, they're comparing him. It says similar players to Alexander Freeman in the last year, 365 days. And you can see there is an explanation there of how it's worked. I'm not going to show you that. Junior Firpo, Leeds United. So he's similar to him. And Callum Britton of Blackburn Rovers. So you may know those two players. He's similar to him, apparently. Now, look at that. Go back to the left. Look at all the stuff there that's in green. Now, what does that mean? Well, we're going to show you in a minute, because I will expand that in a minute. So this is what he's done. Obviously, this is against MLS teams. Are they any good? Not really. It's not the best league, is it? But he's one of the best right backs in that league. And this is his journey. When he was 17 years old, he didn't play for them in 2022. In 2023, when he was 18, when they came second in, I don't know how that works, in the league, or because they have a league and then a cup. So I'm assuming that's just in the end of league thing. They finished second. He played 1 match. And he played 1 minute. So he came on as a sub. So that might have been a bit of contract stuff just to get him. Oh, look, he played for us when he was a junior. 2024, so last year when he was 19 years old, they finished 9th. He played 2 games, again 10 minutes. So that suggests that he was a substitute twice. This season, at the moment they're 4th in the division. It's only not even halfway through yet. Started 14 games, been involved in 15, 1,295 minutes. That's 14 games, 14.4, 90 minutes. As you see, 3 goals, 1 assist, etc., etc., etc. So all the stuff there. Right, okay. So now we're going to have a look at this. Right, so on the left hand side, the green. Scouting report from FBref.com. Last 365 days, men's next 14 competitions. What does that mean? What does that mean? Well, if we go here, no, not here. If we go here, it says men's Big 5. So that's Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga, Ligue 1. Those are the Big 5. And then they have what's called the next 14. So outside of those Big 5, they are comparing him with other fullbacks over the last year in all of the next 14 competitions. So outside of the Big 5. Because it wouldn't be fair to compare someone not at that level with someone at that level. Whereas, they are saying on this website, the next 14 leagues are pretty much of a muchness. The Championship is probably like Serie B, which is like Bundesliga, 2, which is like MLS. Not sure about that, but whatever, Now, compared him, Alexander Freeman, compared to the fullbacks in the next 14 leagues in the world, so those ones that are like B grade leagues, he is one of the best fullbacks at that level. One of the best in terms of what you can see. Now, when you get to the red stuff, this is passes attempted. So it just means he hasn't played a lot of passes compared to other fullbacks. But when you go to the completion is actually good. So he's just not got a lot of passes. So it's not that bad. And here, tackles, interceptions, not the best, but blocks is up there, clearance is up there, aerial 1 is up there. And as you go down, goals per 90 for a fullback is insane. And this is down because he hasn't done any penalty kicks, didn't get a red card, so that's good that he's like that. Progressive passes, progressive carries, shots from free kicks. Obviously, he hasn't taken a free kick, or he hasn't had a shot from a free kick, so that's why that's low. So this guy's insanely good. And then, like, looking down here, like, this is the long passes completed. Well, it's only 13. But then you go down, well, what's he's actually complete? That doesn't look good. But then you go down to the completion percentage on the long passes that he has done. And it's 66.7, which is one of the highest in the league. So, again, I'm not saying like he's the best thing since sliced bread, but I mean, like, he's insanely good. He's like, for a 20, soon to be 21-year-old, this is insane. And like, if we sign this guy, like, we're looking at winning the league, bruv. Like, this is him compared to every other fullback in 14 leagues underneath the top 5. So the next best 14 leagues, which is what we are in the Championship. He's one of the best fullbacks going in 14 different leagues. And we can see what some of those leagues are. The Mexican League, the Belgium League, was it called the Jupiler League, what it's called? Eredivisie. Now, if we sign someone from Eredivisie, you go, wow, we signed a right back from the Netherlands. He's as good as that. From Serie B, Bari, Racing Club, I think that's in Argentina. Monterrey, that's Mexican. So, I mean, man, this kid is insane. If we get him for 2 million, and he comes here and he turns it on, it's going to be, like, we're looking at winning the league. I mean, this is insane. So, yeah, I can understand why we would be interested in signing him. I mean, damn. Now, it's the thing. Given what we've got going on, given that, obviously, if he goes to Southampton, will he play? If he comes to Millwall, will he play? I mean, almost certainly he'll play. He's not going to get given the place. He's going to have to compete with Ryan Lander, but, man, why not? And when you compare, like, if they can sell him on what we're doing at the club and that, look, come to us, play for a season or two, and we'll get you in the Premier League, or we'll get you wherever you want to go. You want to go La Liga? You want to go to Serie A? Where do you want to go? Because we'll get you there. Man, this is pretty good, man, if this happens. Especially if it happens, like, next week when the window opens. This is good stuff. Now, moving on. Didn't make a video yesterday, but there was a little bit of news, but I didn't bother doing it. So, obviously, Charlton won the playoff final on Sunday, yesterday. Obviously, not going to make a video just to tell you that. What's the point? Who cares? Guaranteed 6 points. So here is the thing. It's next season's EFL Championship. It's all done and dusted. We know who the teams are going to be. 25-26. This is who it is. It's Birmingham City, Blackburn Rovers, Bristol City, Charlton Athletic, Coventry City, Derby County, Hull City, Ipswich Town, Leicester City, Middlesbrough, Millwall, hello, Norwich City, Oxford United, Portsmouth, Preston North End, Queen's Park Rangers, Sheffield United, Sheffield Wednesday, Southampton, Stoke City, Swansea City, Watford, West Bromwich Albion, and Wrexham. So there you go. Are you excited? Are you excited? And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of interest in probably Wrexham away tickets. When's the last time we played them? Probably, in the 90s, I think? Maybe even further back than that. I forgot to check, but yeah, I'm sure that one's going to be in demand. What other games are you looking forward to? Obviously, Charlton away, probably Charlton at home as well, probably. Birmingham away for some of you, naughty boys. What else? there's not really much to look forward to, is there? I mean, just in terms of they're a game that we want to win, but in terms of like excitement, not much really. So we'll see how we go with that. But that's next season's championship, and you say, "Oh, it looks tough." I think it looks pretty doable. I mean, why can't we finish in the top two? Why not? If we get one of the best right backs in America, we got Tanganga, we got Kramer, and we got the Neo Joe Bryan. Why not? We got Negley, we got RBW, we got Ivanovic. Hopefully we get Coburn in. If we're not, we need someone of equal value and worth to support Ivanovic up front, so we can play two up front, so he doesn't get crowded out. But you know, if we do that, I mean, why can't we finish at the top of the league? So, moving on to this, which is a graphic that a site called EFL Stats have done, and it's our travelling distance, obviously from our ground to their ground, home and away. So going there and coming back. So coming from the Den to other grounds, we're going to be travelling 5,936 miles this season. Season coming up, which isn't the worst. It isn't the worst by far. Obviously, the worst is Middlesbrough. See, they don't have a local club to play anymore. Sunderland got promoted, 9,080. And then it's Swansea with 9,057. Wrexham have been cut off, but I think it's something like 6,000. And there's quite a few in the 7,000s and the 6,000s. So we're not... The travelling distances aren't that bad next season. Like, it's not that bad. So hopefully, you know, that might help the players. It could help us, you know, get some results on the road next season, which would be good. You know, like I said, if it is easier, if we do get more points, that's the difference. You know, we just missed out. We do need to kind of battle and work up for every single point, because it all matters at the end of the season. So moving on to this. Speaking of Charlton, this is from southernnews.co.uk. I don't know what's happened to the guy Will Scott. Is he on holiday, or is he done now? Is he not coming back? Because the kind of same thing happened with Cairo. Now it's John Kelly doing the stuff. I guess because the season's done. So why do you need a Millwall report? You don't really need a specific Millwall reporter, because there's not much to report on. I like the guy. Hopefully he's coming back next season. If not, if he's on the better and brighter things, you know, good luck. So Millwall renew rivalry with Charlton Athletic after Addicks beat Leyton Orient at Wembley, plus 25-26 championship promotion odds. Yes, Millwall will renew their rivalry with Charlton Athletic after 5 seasons, following the Addicks 1-0 win over Leyton Orient in the League One playoff final at Wembley. Macaulay Gillespie's first half free kick was enough for Nathan Jones' side to see off their London rivals. Charlton's return confirmed the 24 teams that will compete in the second tier next season. They have joined big spending duo Birmingham City and Wrexham in the Championship. Southampton, Ipswich Town and Leicester City dropped down from the Premier League. Millwall's last meeting with Charlton was during the COVID-19 2019-20 season. Millwall won 1-0 at Empty Valley in July thanks to Jake Cooper's 81st minute goal. Millwall haven't lost to Charlton since 1996. Early promotion odds for the 25-26 have been released. Alex Neil's Lions missed out on playoffs on the final day, finishing 2 points outside the top 6. They are again predicted to be amongst the sides jostling for a place in the playoffs. Here is how the odds go. They think Ipswich are going to win the league. Southampton, Sheffield United, Birmingham. Interesting. Coventry, Middlesbrough, Leicester. So 9-1 Millwall, which is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So they got us 12. Okay. They think Derby, Sheffield Wednesday, Hull are going to go down. Blackburn. I thought that last season. I showed you a video I made a video the other day where I went back on my own predictions. And I thought Blackburn would be in trouble last season, and they weren't. But There you go. While we're here, not football related, but pickled me, interested me. Oh, no, it goes further down. Oh, it's Oxford, Charlton and Portsmouth. I messed that up because of the formatting of the thing. Oh, it's actually Oxford United, Charlton and Portsmouth favourites to go down. Preston as well. I think Portsmouth are going to be fine, actually. They might be there. They might be in a battle, but I don't think they're going to go down because they're worse run clubs than them. Hull, they sacked their manager again. They sacked the manager who got them just outside the playoffs last season. Not the season just gone, but the one before. They fired him, Rossignol. He went to Strasbourg in France, and bosh, he's doing outstanding stuff out there. So Oxford United, obviously with their budget, obviously they got problems behind the scenes with the ground. They're trying to get a new ground built because the rental agreement on the one they got is about to run out. So they need the new ground, so they need to get permission for that. But obviously the NIMBYs are saying no. But whatever. It's not even that big, the thing they're trying to build, but nah. So yeah, I wanted to show you a full-scale replica of Christopher Columbus's Santa Maria will be coming to St. Catherine's Docks. Wow, I want to see that. What fantastic stuff, man. Yeah. So, AFC Wimbledon, they won the League 2 playoff final today. Charlton Athletic, they won the League 1 playoff final on Sunday. Crystal Palace, they won the FA Cup a couple of weeks ago. We're the only South London club that hasn't won anything. That's discounting Bromley and Sutton and the traditional four. We need to up our game next season. We need to win the league next season. I mean, simple as, And if we're buying, if we get that American right back in and another Coburn or another striker in, why not? Why not? So yeah, every club in South London won something this season, aside from us, and that cannot stand. It needs to be corrected. Now, this is from Friday, but just obviously missed it in the whole hullabaloo of the Saudi investor and the talk of him coming to Millwall. Dan Kelly played for Scotland under-20s, a weird game for the Scotland under-21s. It's such a young team, they build it as an under-20s. It's a friendly, not much coverage. They've done it very early. They've done it on Friday the 23rd, whereas all the other games are going on at the actual dates in June, the first week of June. So, kind of easy to overlook it because it didn't really take place when other international games took place. But this is from millfc.co.uk, so they kept us up to date with it. This is from, like I said, Saturday, I think. Dan Kelly played 61 minutes for Scotland under-20s on Friday. The midfielder participated in the Tartan Army's 2-1 friendly fixture, defeating Slovakia. Bobby Wales gave Scotland the lead in the first half, only for the home side to turn the game on its head after the breakthrough goals from Alex Maros and Jacob Jorel. And they've got the clip of the goal there. So yeah, the match report is from scottishfa.co.uk. Slovakia come from behind, defeat Scotland men's under-20s. See if Danny Kelly's featured in it. So an experimental squad left head coach Scott Gemmell with a number of new prospects in front of him for this friendly match, leaving a starting 11 made up of those experienced at under-21 level and a group of fresh faces. Taylor Stephen, Christy Montgomery and Mitchell Robinson made their debuts at this level from the start, with Aidan Glavin and Noah McMahon all looking to make a similar landmark appearance from the bench. James Wilson, soon to join up with the men's A squad in June, also made his debut under Gemmell. Experience came in the form of David Watson, who took the armband, Daniel Kelly and Bobby Wales. So Daniel Kelly, one of the more experienced players in this team, and you can see he's there wearing the number 10. Scotland dominated the opening portion of the match with strong play down both flanks. One of those moves culminated in the ball being cut back to James Wilson, who struck first time. His left-footed shot hitting the crossbar. He came close again moments later, this time driving into the box and shooting right-footed on the diagonal, but his shot rolled wide of the far post. Slovakia soon fashioned chances of their own. Liam McFarlane forced into a smart save down low to his left-hand side. Not long after, in the 11th minute, Taylor Steven played a through ball into Bobby Wales' path, with the number 9 showing composure to finish coolly past the Slovakia keeper 1-on-1, and that's what that is there. You can see massive crowd for that one. As Slovakia pushed for an equaliser, they ended the half on top, first hitting the crossbar through Matej Riznik, then seeing Andy Mazurek blast his shot over the bar after it rebounded to him from another impressive Liam McFarlane save. 3 changes at half-time interval saw Murray Johnson, Adam Forrest and Dylan Reid replace Liam McFarlane, Christy Montgomery and Jack Kingdom, respectively, prompting a change in shape in the second half. Slovakia made a fast start after the break, finding the net via Alexej Maros on 47 minutes. So those changes clearly worked. The equaliser clearly encouraged the hosts as they continued to press for a second, but it was Scotland who would give the best chance as James Wilson watched the ball go wide of the post after attempting to lift it over the goalkeeper. As the match ended in the final 10 minutes, Slovakia then took their opportunity to win the game as substitute Jakob Gerald curled home and finished in the 83rd minutes, the hosts seeing out the remainder of the game. So Kelly, you can see, he came off in the 61st minute for that. Well, that would have been for Curtis. But you can see, so while he was on the pitch, they conceded 1 goal. And when he went off, they then conceded the second goal and ended up losing. Don't have any footage. I can't find any, but if I do, I'll let you know. Now, talking about Scottish football, I mentioned it the other day. Aberdeen, they won the FA Cup, the Scottish FA Cup, mind. Scottish FA Cup, Scottish. This story from the Daily Mail, yeah, I know, but I'm not on their website. I use the reader mode trick. It talks about how much money they might be getting from their European stuff, and can they afford to pay for Kevin Nisbet. So Scottish Cup success and European riches can propel Jimmy Teelin's Aberdeen to the next level. You may not be able to put a price on winning feeling, but the financial benefit of success in football has never been easier to discern. As Aberdeen's open-top bus weaved its way through an estimated 100,000 people in the Granite City on Sunday, no one associated with the club was minded doing anything other than drink in the moment. After a 35-year wait to see the Scottish Cup paraded along Union Street, and 11 years on from winning the League Cup, this was all about the sheer glory. But once the dust settles, and that may take some time, Chairman Dave Cormack and Chief Executive Alan Burrows will plot the next chapter, having already run some impressive numbers in their minds. Saturday's victory for the Dons wasn't just a blow for Celtic supporters who turned up anticipating seeing a third leg of a 6th treble in 9 years knocked off. The unexpected outcome has also adversely affected Hibs and Dundee United. David Gray's side will bump down from the Europa League playoff to the second qualifying round. Scottish Cup success will see Aberdeen take part in a lucrative group stage European football. Yeah, that's confirmed because they have a playoff for the UEFA, and if they lose that, they go into the Conference League, and we'll get into that in a minute. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but what I wanted to show, because they do have the actual numbers right here. So now, set to enter the Europa League at the playoff round, Jimmy Teelin's side are in enviable win-win territory. While they're likely non-seeding will be a disadvantage, so they're going to be non-seeded, which is going to be hard for them. A kind draw, say, against the likes of Belgian side Gonk, would give them a decent opportunity of going through. Would it though? That gets you 3.6 million without kicking a ball. On top of the 252k for participating in the playoff round, you're then guaranteed 8 matches in the mono group, with the 4 home games almost certain to be sellouts. At last check, the prize money for a win was 379k, with 126k for a draw. So there you go. That's if they get into the Europa League round. At last check, although it's evidently performance related, the Pittodrie coffers would be swollen by anything north of 6 million. Obviously, they've got to win a few games. You would imagine if they win some of their home games and draw some of their away games, they'll get some money. So they could have 6 million. But here we go. So were Phelan's men to lose the playoff round and drop into the Conference League, the financial rewards will be less, yet still considerable. There's an automatic £2.6 million check in the post just for turning up in the group stage on top of the playoff cash. Then it's 337k for a win and 125k for a draw. The fact there are only 6 matches in the lesser competition means there's less scope for accruing prize money for the ticket sales and hospitality. Nevertheless, with 3 home games, Aberdeen would still be expected to be at least £5 million better off for their trouble. In Scottish football's restrictive financial environment, that's a lot of guaranteed income. After securing Phelan last summer, the Dons broke through the 10,000 mark for season ticket sales for the first time in their history. Before they'd even set foot in Hampden, the number for next season was already above 11,000. So they've already sold 11,000 season tickets for next season. Wow. The sold-out signs were a regular feature of home matches, and as the Swede took the Premiership by storm last August, that would seem certain to continue on the back of incredible scenes witnessed across the weekend. It's talking about how much money they're making. Obviously, season ticket holders and people going to the games, how much money they're going to be making. Now, again, is it like what we did with Fleming? Because they got a Swedish manager, are they getting Swedish people flying over to Aberdeen from, let's say, Gothenburg or Stockholm to watch those games? Maybe, I don't know. Although Aberdeen have backed Phelan in successive transfer windows, the squad needs strengthening. Jack McKenzie is out of contract and set to sign for League One Plymouth. Jamie McGrath is off to Hibs. Backup keeper Ross Doohan is rejoining Celtic. Jeppe Ockels, top scorer Kevin Nisbet and Alfie Dorrington are due to return to Preston, Millwall and Tottenham, respectively, now their loan deals have expired. Each would command prohibitive transfer fees, meaning a further loan deal is the most likely means of each player returning. And why would we do that? So they have an option to buy on Ode Daba from Charleroi. We should go through it again. Okay. And they're talking about signing, possibly Australian players. Right, so they could be getting up to 6 million. Let's say they get like between 3 and 6 million. That's a lot of money for them, but we signed Kevin Nisbet for apparently 2 million from Hibs, so clearly we're not going to get that back from them. And here we go. This is from the Daily Record via the MSN. Why Kevin Nisbet to Aberdeen permanent transfer is unlikely, a second summer signing planned amid clear-out. Aberdeen are set to make Nick Schumann their next signing, but several of their Scottish Cup winning side are heading out the door. The Dons are set to sign big Australian keeper on freedom of contract from Cove Rangers. Schumann will become the second Australian arrival at Aberdeen this season, as they've already agreed a deal to sign winger Nicholas Milanovic from Western Sydney Warriors. The 25-year-old has impressed in his 2 years at Scotland under Paul Hartley at Cove and will come and push Dimitar Mitov for the number 1 spot. Schumann, we don't care about that. The Dons have several players on loan and they're all expected to head back to their parent clubs. Kevin Nisbet will return to Millwall. The Dons would like to keep Nisbet, but the current finances in terms of transfer and wages mean it is unlikely to happen. Jamie McGrath has agreed a pre-contact with Hibs, Jack McKenzie is going to Plymouth, and Ross Doohan is expected to return to Celtic. Backup keeper Tom Ritchie will also be leaving the Dons. Aberdeen boss Jimmy Phelan is already working on other summer targets, with a left back a top priority as he looks to bolster his squad domestically and for European group stage football. So again, they just say it's unlikely that they're going to sign Nisbet. Now, why might that be? This is from soccerbase.com. Let's say we take $1 million for Nisbet. Can they afford to spend $1 million? Like we said, they're going to be getting between 3 million and 6 million for being in Europe. Guaranteed. Even if they get knocked out of the Europa League playoff, they get into the Conference League. guaranteed. But so if they give us $1 million for him, that's could be a third of the money they're getting. A third, 33%. And they then have to give him wages, which I'm sure that when he was on loan to them, they weren't paying the full wages that he was getting. So, yeah, I don't think they can afford it. The highest transfer fee that they paid is £1 million for Paul Bernard from Oldham Athletic. So, unless they have a super hot young prospect that we might be interested in, that we can do some kind of swap deal with, maybe swap and a bit of cash in our pocket, it's probably highly unlikely that deal's getting done. So what happens to Kevin Nisbet? Who knows? Interesting stuff. And on that note, thank you for watching, and goodbye.